Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to Underrated Movies. I'm your guy, I'm your man, Mr. Alton Henry. And today I'm going to talk to you about another film that I believe is severely underrated. And what time, when did it come out? It came out like 5 years ago. And I remember seeing the trailer, and the trailer actually threw me in for a loop. I really felt like it was wow, they got some weird ass articles. Unusual. It's unusual, but kind of different. It stars Naomi Watts. It also stars Jacob Tremblay and what's the other kid? Jaden Mortel, the kid who was in Midnight Special. The film I'll be talking about is The Book of Henry, directed by Colin Trevorrow. This is a drama thriller, and I don't know if I would call it a kids film because it reminds me of one of those films back in the 90s where it's kind of like a kid drama but darker, and it's unlike one I've kind of seen before, and it's actually reminds me like the darker kids movies back in the day, like back in the 90s, like Tim Burton or some other ones, Barry Sonfield. It reminds me something like that. And I think this is a risky and bold kind of film I don't think you would normally get. It stars Naomi Watts as a single mother who is raising two boys, trying to have them stay out of trouble, and they're one of the children, Henry, is a very gifted, smart, like genius. The guy is like a Jimmy Neutron kind of character where he'll build things, inventions, and the movie starts off normally as your traditional like coming of age kids movie. And man, and then I would just say it reminds me in another underrated movie, and I was actually in love with it, Bridge to Terabithia, and you kind of know how dark that film kind of got towards the end. This is kind of the similar beat of this movie, where if you watch the trailer, I'm gonna link the trailer down below. It's a film. It's a rescue mission. It's a rescue film. It's about really Jacob, who finds out that his neighbor, that the kid's friend that he goes to school with, is basically being abused by her father or stepfather in the film. The guy, the old man, who's from I think he's from the Breaking Bad show. And the trailer kind of gives you that. So if you watch the trailer, it tells you that. But there's a twist in the film, and I encourage you to watch it. This is currently on Netflix. Naomi Watts, her character is a little bit of a irresponsible mother. So some of the responsibilities of taking care of the household is relied on one of the sons, Henry Carpenter, which Henry is the title of the movie. He's essential to the story of the film. Where he kind of overlooks, he looks over the bills and everything. The kid is smart, so when he catches on that the neighbor is abusing his daughter, he tries to come up with a rescue plan and writes it out in a book to kind of figure out how to plan to rescue the girl. And they reveal certain things about in the trailer, and I saw this in the theater. that kind of get you to believe, like, okay, they can't do this, they can't do this. The guy is the head of the police station, so there's really not much they could do according into the movie. But to kind of speed up that girl's rescue, they basically have to assassinate him. Get a gun, get like a sniper or something, and assassinate him. I ain't gonna lie, when I was watching this movie, it was actually getting really interesting. I actually like it. I really like this film. I really do. I thought it was bold. I thought it was different. And I really encourage you to watch it on Netflix just to get your opinion about it. And if you don't catch on from the trailer, but I'm gonna just spoil a bit about it. The main character dies halfway in the movie, and from the second half of the film, reading the book, Naomi Watts reads the book that her son left for her to for her to continue the plan of assassinating the father. So it's like he like leaves her a a recording device, a recorder to kind of help guide her what she needs to do. And I think the overall message, honestly, I don't know what really the overall message is to, I guess, really, and maybe I'm misunderstanding this, but I still like this movie. I really enjoyed it. Like it, I think it's underrated. But if I understand the message, is to really allow kids to enjoy being children, being kids, to enjoy the time of learning the good side, the good things about life, and not trying to force the grittier sides of life when you learn eventually when you grow up. Because Jacob Tremblay, his character Henry, knows pretty much how cruel and crazy people are. I mean, I think the kid's only 14 years old or 12 or how old he is, but he has a good understanding of it. So he firmly believes, and maybe it's the only way of really saving his neighbor was to assassinate him. But unfortunately, something happens to him. I won't spoil how. That the mom kind of needs to take care of the plan of rescuing the girl. It's really interesting. It actually does get intense. And this is just me. I think because how bonkers this movie is, but I actually like it. I really do. I think this is one of Colin Trevorrow's best movies. I haven't really seen a lot of his work. I mean, the only movies I really know that he's done are the um, Jurassic World, and then I also think the recent Jurassic Park movie he directed was extremely good. But I think this movie is so different and unusual, but at the same time entertaining. It's very. I could see why this film might not have resonated with a lot of people, but I highly encourage everybody who wants really like a good thriller, because it has a very like it's weird because there's this tone shift, especially like a good 30-40 minutes into the movie. There's a big tone shift, and then once you hit to the point of Henry's exit out of the movie, and I'm sorry, I ain't sorry, whatever. There's another big tone shift, and it gets darker and darker and darker where it becomes a good PG-13, just straight out thriller. Like it becomes that. It's a risky movie. It's a risky movie, but I enjoyed it for what it was. It was something different. And for anyone who wants an original idea, I encourage you to watch The Book of Henry. The Book of Henry, currently available on Netflix. Have you seen it? Comment below, let me know if you have, and let me know what is your favorite underrated movie.